the landscape architect that dreams things up. If you have not seen the bridge, oh, then you're in for a real treat. This is great. On your plan, it's sort of the first thing outside the parking lot. And you can see a sort of ghost of a square here in the center. So that will be surrounded by low walls. There'll be a shade structure and a small fountain and a map. Thank you very much. We left the welcome Ramada, and the main pathway we're going to walk along that takes us down. You can see the bridge in the distance there, our red bridge, and we'll stop there and have some refreshment. Each of these different destinations has a totally different combination of plants. This first phase of the Botanic Garden, there are three phases. The naturalistic gardens are across the arroyo over there, and then the courtyard gardens down there. This first phase has a number of different kinds of places because we really wanted to open the garden with as much diversity of garden experiences as we could. Over on the other side, it will be organic feeling throughout, and then the courtyard gardens will be a sequence of formal Santa Fe style courtyards. So we'll have three different characters in three sections of the garden. The meadow garden is going to be naturalistic looking. A rectangle with a grid of trees. Those will be fruit trees of various kinds. And the orchard garden will be surrounded by a retaining wall made with the stones that I'm standing on. And that's what I've been doing since Saturday, is working with New Mexico Stone, our stonemasons, in creating these walls. You know, John Morris, New Mexico Stone, is a real artist with stone. And this stone's all from a quarry in Las Vegas, New Mexico. What we're going to see in the spring, early summer, when the garden opens to the public, is a garden here that's got some really big stone in it. And then as things grow and mature, the stone starts stepping more into the background, and the plants will really become the star. In the center here will be a perfect rectangle of a good blend of grasses and perennials that will really demonstrate how you can have a lawn that is ecologically sustainable. And then, of course, the fruit trees will be with that as well. And then this very irregular stonework going all around it. Here is one of our ramadas, one of our arbor shade structures. And so where I'm standing right now will be a paved plaza. So there'll be two shade structures, one on either side of the orchard garden. Programming diversity, of course, is a major thing for a botanical garden. It's all about a plant collection and demonstrating to folks in Santa Fe how you can have richness, diversity, beauty, key sort of purpose here. But programming into the design these places for entertainment, because the garden needs to sustain itself into the future. Many a fundraiser will occur here, and many a request for people to sign checks will happen here as well. Because the Botanical Garden, once it's up and running, is going to need to continue to pull in resources to run the programming for children and families and everyone else. We'll have a collection of roses surrounding this ramada and along that edge of the orchard garden. This is the one that will show how much beauty you can have with a minimum of water. We'll be harvesting some rainwater and storing it, and then we've sculpted the land so that the rain moves in certain directions and is gathered in certain places where we really need the irrigation. So it's going to have a lot of diversity of color and texture and all that. So through here we have examples of garden types that require everything from very dry conditions to conditions that have a little bit of water. You'll still see a range of water requirements from one section of the garden to another. And there's a plan mounted on a board over there that shows our current plan for the naturalistic garden. The bridge was brought in, I guess it's about a year ago now, is it? Yeah. It was on a ranch near Las Vegas, and was taken from the ranch and refurbished and painted bright red and brought in and set in place in December.
Okay.
How did we find the bridge? Where? Nina.
Yeah,
Nina!
There's some consultants in town that knew of a bridge in San Miguel County, and so we talked with the neighbors, we talked with the county government and the state government to find out who owned the bridge, and now it's here.
What happened? This was out in the middle of a ranch. Apparently, nationally, there is an orphaned bridge program. So there actually is a national list of bridges that are available.
They're actually all the way